With so much drama in the industry, hip-hop police are listening. Be careful or you'll be history. Looks like another unsolved mystery. It's murder. Ah, it's murder. Yeah, it's murder. Somebody tell them it's murder. Murder was the case, and they blamed me. Hey, fucking camera thing. Hey, guys, does anyone else remember 2007? I don't. What's 2007? Anyway, there's no one in the chat right now because I was a bit late in actually announcing that there was a stream happening, but Also, I'm just lower this a bit. Not that much. God, I looked at some of my older streams and, like, I don't know what changed. What am I sitting close? Because, like, I used to be a better distance away, and the background still looked better than what it does now, but I'll fix it eventually, I guess. Anyway, let's get started with Dragon Age Origins. And as always, RIP headphone users, the opening logos are a bit loud. While that's happening, I'm just gonna check a thing. Bloody dragons. Well, let's continue. Oh yeah, we're in camp. Sorry, just one more thing. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is what we're doing. We're in the camp. We just left Lothering, and now we're off to actually conscript the various factions to join our cause and defeat the Blight. But first, let me see what this guy wants.
You're a hard man to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the Coins? Levy the Trader?
I'm Maher, never heard of you.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a Blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
What promise did Duncan make to you?
My family, well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders.
Hi, Chili. Welcome to the stream.
Banished the Wardens.
How are you doing today?
And took House Dryden's land and titles.
What happened next?
Hard to say. After King Arlen died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
I'm surprised you kept your name.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the Blight. We're not ashamed of that.
Fair. So what favor did you ask of Duncan?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honor.
Well, I'm trying to sleep, but it's not going too well, so I'll be watching for a bit. Fair enough. Well, I'm glad you decided to spend time here. What about me? I'm good as well. I say as well. Clearly, you're not, because sleep. But yeah, I'm doing okay. I've never heard of Soldier's Peak.
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Ireland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour.
What do you need from me?
I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it at least?
Your family's faith will be rewarded. I will help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Sweet, we can do that. I've never actually done this quest. We can do that when we get to it. But for now, I guess we can leave. I shall return, giving me like 30 minutes. Okay, Waji. You must gather your party before venturing forth. You must gather your party before venturing forth. You must gather your party before venturing forth. Well, Alistair.
Yes.
Morrigan.
Indeed.
Why would I not bring our beloved Morrigan? Chili, why don't you decide? Should we bring Sexy Thief Lady, or should we bring Dog? Because we don't really want to bring him, because there's no reason we can't bring him, but I'd rather have a rogue, and I don't think Dog counts as rogue, but yeah, let's pick between these two. Dog. Okay, so there we go, Redcliffe. Oh my god, we got there without being attacked. What nonsense. Excuse me.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
What? I'm not gonna like this, am I?
I don't know. I doubt it. I've never liked it, that's for sure. Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Arl Eamon exactly?
I think you said he raised you.
I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born.
Oh.
Arl Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
Plot twist. You don't think you might have told me this before?
How? When would I say that? Oh, by the way, King Marek had sex with a servant and she produced a bastard son. That's me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I've never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Eyes, Does Logain know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. Arl Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
Did she know did she know the truth about you?
She may have, but I think it's more likely that she feared the rumors might be true. I can't blame her for that. I remember I had an amulet
The
with a
plot.
holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall. And it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
But you are an heir to the throne, right?
Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very clear to me early on that there was no room for me raising any rebellions or such nonsense. And that's fine by me. Now, if there's an heir to be found, it's Arl Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard... Oh, no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Warden.
Right, thickens, right, me? You got that right, you two, me. God damn it, Jay. Aren't you?
See? I knew you could do it. It's easy, isn't it?
Jay, I can't believe you've done this. Also, let me just do a thing. Nope, not that way. God, trying to center this camera is just absolutely the worst. Like, I'm not centered, but fine. If it doesn't bother anyone else, I'm gonna let it slide. Oh, I forgot your helmet doesn't match your armor. You know, fuck it, I'll take the helmet off. Two can play at that game. Oh my god. It's a war. There's a war on. Once we get an actual helmet that goes with that armor, I'll give it to you. Oh, but first, dog. I saw a moment and we took it. God damn it, guys. Do you see anything interesting? A slightly damaged cake. You just found this then. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Did you steal a cake? Barkspawn? Cake! I'll take 10. But you stole a cake.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, although I
Excuse me.
scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
So dogs can be useful. Dogs are always useful. I'm on important business. I need to see Arl Eamon.
The Arl? Then you don't know. Has nobody out there heard?
I've heard Arl Eamon is sick, if that's what you mean.
He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Arl Eamon's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
I think I figured out what the problem was with why I looked better in my old streams. At some point, I guess, started leaning forward. But no, I'll sit like this. Oh, I know. What do you know, Jay? It's Nappa! Vegeta! Vegeta! Vegeta!
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive,
Okay,
yes.
can we just enjoy that the
Not
dog is
long
with
if
you
Tale
all?
of
Yeah, of
Loghain has
course.
anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with anything you take in the process. I must...
What just happened?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under
I kind of want to lower the camera just a bit more.
My brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What evil things are you talking about?
Some call them the Walking Dead. Decomposing corpses, returning to life with a hunger for human flesh.
Oh, zombies.
They hit again the next night. Each night they come, with greater numbers.
I love zombies. With
Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friend.
It isn't just up to me.
So
the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arl Eamon.
Of course we'll help.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Come on, Morrigan.
Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I want to discuss the situation with you.
Of course.
You have some of Arl Eamon's knights here.
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
The search for the Urn of Sacred Ashes?
Yes, I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
Why are you in the chantry with the villagers?
Sir Perth insists. He wants me to be with the villagers, so everyone he needs to protect is in one place. I don't mind, to be honest. The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense, should things go amiss.
Do you need more men? Do you need more men here with you?
We could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villagers if possible.
Fair. So what happens when this battle is over?
Hopefully we can find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Eamon and be able to help him.
There better be a reward after all this.
Eamon would be in a better position to reward you, to be honest.
Fair. What exactly are these things that attack the village?
I do not know. They seem to be walking corpses, men with rotting flesh that continue to attack even with the gravest injuries.
Undead? Spirits possessing the dead. There could be several causes behind such a thing, none of them pleasant.
I should get back to work.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Oh, the game saved for us. Morgan disapproves. Screw you, Morgan. One more time. Let's just lower it a bit. Yeah, that's better. Oh, wait, minimize the thing. There we go. Who are you?
I'm scared, Mother. When are the bad men coming?
Soon, darling. Don't worry. Everything will be all right.
Yes?
So life in the wilds must have been very lonely.
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
And did they speak back?
Don't be foolish. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments, the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. It was encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
Can't imagine. No, Yeah, I can't imagine Flemeth.
She
Please.
was not. Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
But you were just a child.
And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination.
Was she?
Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
But you don't have to live that way any longer.
Do I not? I am still an apostate mage, even if I have left the wilds. The Darkspawn are yet undefeated. No, there is much that remains. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
I want to go home.
Nope.
Where's Father?
I keep bumping the
Why
mic.
can't we go home?
I already
Anything else?
Father is outside if anyone...
We are hardly alone, so privacy is not an option. It is your question, however. Ask what you will.
I don't know if this is too early. I think I'll try to fall asleep again. See you. Alright. Thanks for stopping by, Chili. Bye. Hold on. Hold on. We gotta do this. Alright. Hey, Morgan.
Yes. We are hardly alone, so privacy is not an option. It is your question, however. What's this? 'Tis a rather odd discussion you seem to desire, leaning in so closely.
Humor me.
Oh, it's humor you desire.
God damn it.
I didn't realize comedy had anything to do with this.
Only if we do it wrong.
How true. Let us do it right, then.
Success! I didn't realize you could do that this early in the game. No.
Sorry. Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
Are you alright? Why are you crying? Don't mind me if I'm smiling. A cool thing just happened.
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere. And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Why would he run off? Do you know?
He said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
If he has foolishly run off, then he is no doubt dead. You should get used to that fact.
Nice. Maybe you want to kick her in the head while you're at it.
Shall we comfort her with lies? If she is to face death, better she face it honestly.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
I'm not going to ask what you would give. Have you tried the
I went to her house. It's by the square. He wasn't there. I searched the rest of the village too. I called and I called, but he never answered. I wonder if he ran off into the woods. I'm so worried. Without me, he has nobody.
Don't worry, I'll look for him.
You will? Thank you so much. Please find him. I'm so scared, Father. What are we going to do?
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you?
But not...
I'm her! Hey, Ash, welcome! Thank you for dropping in. You're awesome. Oh, hey, Ash. Wait, Ash, did you come here just now, or were you here this entire time and just lurking? Cause...
Fresh air. It was difficult to breathe within, with all that self-righteousness crowding the air.
Cause a cool thing happened. Just now I came here. Oh,
Yes?
Cause guess what?
We are hardly alone, so privacy is not an option. It is your question, however. Ask what
You
you
missed the
will.
notification. How dare! You know what you know what else you missed? Fucking this.
And you wish to do this in front of an audience, do you?
Oh, super. Excuse me while I begin projectile vomiting.
What is that, Alistair? We were not listening.
They gon' fuck! Exactly. The music for that gets super loud. I wonder why.
Tell them to maintain watch. So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died with the king.
You heard... You sure you didn't hear that we killed the king?
Could be that I did. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
Have faith, good man. We will defeat this evil together.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
What the fuck was that voice? I hope so. It hasn't been easy holding it together. Anyway, I am a manly man. I like beer and pussy.
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that
manly man.
bastard's help.
We are men, manly men. We are men, manly, 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 manly men. Men. I can break a cinder block with my hands, and then fuck it! Exactly.
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
Nobody else can do those repairs?
Not by nightfall, and not well enough that I'd be happy to test it in combat. If there were others, don't you think I'd ask them?
Fair. Is there anything else you
We
need?
could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Tell me about Dwin.
He's a trader, a dwarf. Lives near the lake.
Excuse me.
Locked himself up
I
in
did
his
that too
home
hard.
with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
I'm just guessing.
Shouldn't you be trying to reason with Owen? Oh? Ask away.
Where can I get supplies?
If you want weapons and such, you'd go to the blacksmith, but there isn't much left there.
But there's nowhere to actually buy or sell things.
Commerce isn't exactly our biggest concern right now, but you might want to speak to Lloyd at the tavern. I wouldn't trust him, though. Don't rightly know. We heard the Arl was sick and getting worse, but after a while we heard nothing at all. A few folks went up to the castle to see what was going on. They couldn't get in. Nobody was there, not a soul. And then those horrid creatures attacked the village. They were everywhere, people dying. It was awful. Good thing Bantegan was here.
His mustache looks like he just, like, glued it on.
No. I know the Alessa sent the knights out for a cure. You can ask Sir Perth about it. He was one of them.
Alright, carry on then.
Right. Let's hope we see morning.
Alright. Smithy, Chantry, Caitlin's home. I'm glad that I can do this. This makes things so much easier.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left. I am. Alright, just don't destroy anything, damn you.
I'm a man. I'm gonna fuck this door open if you don't let me in.
Somebody's been drinking. So, I open the door. I've got nothing of value for you. The military's taken whatever I had. So if you're here to beat on a sad old man, then all I ask is you get on with it. I don't have much to live for as it is. Why should I help Murdoch when he won't help me? My girl, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her.
I'll do it. I'm the protagonist.
She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village or anyone.
So you intend to drink yourself to death?
Why not? It's not like we're going to live past the night anyhow. Or are you going to save us?
Yes, I am, because I'm awesome.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. Tell you what, if you want me to do repairs for Murdoch and his men, promise me you'll go into the castle and find my daughter. Not
Done.
good enough. Murdoch said the same damn
for fuck's
thing.
sake.
And I didn't believe him either.
You were asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
I want an RPG in which situations like this you can just diffuse by grabbing them by the head, looking them straight in the eyes and going, "Sir, sir, I am the protagonist."
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Yeah,
Oh, lovely.
I'm the protagonist.
Next
I'll accept
begin
that.
Rescuing kittens from trees.
Right then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
Sweet. What do you mean Morrigan disapproves?
Yes? We are hardly alone, so privacy is not an option. It is
You know,
your
what do I
question,
have to do to
however.
get on your good side?
Let us assume that this imaginary good side exists. What exactly would be the benefit for you to get on it?
I tell her for a smile, actually. I don't remember what it is she likes. She might be like, "What do you mean a smile? Power beyond my wildest dreams?" I'd settle for a smile, actually.
Oh, do I not smile enough to suit you? How very negligent. Let me see. I would expect favor to come with a price. Perhaps you would be willing to pay a compliment. Is that too much?
I am brilliant and amazing. Yeah, you are... I was almost about to press 1. What the shit, game? You can't just do that. You are brilliant and amazing.
I suppose stating the obvious will have to do. Very well, then. You are on my good side. Best watch your step that you don't fall off.
Yeah.